Hi, friends. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am excited to be with you today. I love Saturdays. How was your week? This week, I finally finished up closing up my classroom. As many of you know, I took a leave in late March through the end of the year, and so then had to go in and clean and pack things up and sort things out and put away games and all of that stuff. So I finished that up this week, and I was like so excited to get that done. So today I want to show you using dies. They're called Everyday Arches, and they are an online exclusive. So here's the funny thing. When the stamp set and the dies came out, I was like, I just don't think I'd use those very much. And then, of course, I saw them more and more, and I just got the dies at a buy one, get one. And then now I'm like, oh, I wish I had the stamp set. But anyway, like, come on, just buy the bundle out of the gate, I think is a good idea. So
usually the best.
I know. So anyway, when I saw I'll start right here. When I saw the Everyday Arches, when they came, actually, I started thinking, oh, what could be cute in that? And to me, it kind of looked like a window. And so then I went to my Thoughtful Journey, this beautiful 6x6 paper. And then I took one of the dies and die cut out this. I was like,
morning, friends.
That is such a pretty, I mean, that could just be a really, pretty, what'd you say, windowscape?
Yeah.
So then I cut one 2 sizes bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that and show you. Maybe I'm going to stamp on this. So I think I'll stamp first, and then maybe I'll pop up this one and then not the others. And then I pulled in, I'll get back to that in a second. And then I pulled in
down just a bit.
Bubble Bath. So trying to have just a little bit of Bubble Bath to brighten it, and then mostly the Night of Navy. So I thought I would stamp. To me, it kind of looks a little somber. And so I thought I would stamp a Sympathy. And I was trying to find a die that would look good on here or here. And I just thought, I'm just going to stamp there because that will look just fine. This Unbounded Love has so many really fun dies. This one is my favorite. But I thought, first off, it doesn't fit the With Sympathy, but it's a really fun, it's so many dies. And then you've got bonus leaves, and I love the circles and these. So anyway, it's a really fun stamp set, Unbounded Love. And I'm going to use the With Sympathy. And it has everything. Hope, love, faith, peace, best of luck, celebrate, hello, happy birthday, just for you, with sympathy. I mean, really, it has everything. So I'm going to do the With Sympathy. And this first, oops, I forgot to grab my Night of Navy ink. Oh, I can use black.
Okay.
This first card is fairly simple. And the next card is not. So I'm going to stamp this on a little piece of paper first, just to make sure, that I don't stamp it upside down. There we go. All right, With Sympathy. And I thought in that sky space right here, it's going to look really pretty. And hopefully I won't have to use it anytime soon, but when you need it, right? So I think that looks really pretty. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop this one up onto the navy. And the black looks fine. I think the blue would look equally dark. So I'm going to use my little foam strip, which you know I love. And I think I'm just breaking it so I have a little bit, so I don't use quite as much maybe. I don't know. Usually I just stick them on, but I noticed I was breaking it. So there we go. Actually, I'll just stick this one in the middle. So I did use it all. All right, let's get those papers off. And one more. There we go. And I'm going to put that on my Night of Navy. Like I said, I went 2 sizes bigger. There's 10 dies in all. And then I'm putting it on Bubble Bath, which is really, really pretty also. So let's grab an adhesive here. Just get that on there. Very simple card with just 3 dies. I think that 3 die cut pieces. I do like that popped up like that a little bit.
Very nice.
The color I started with actually was Petunia Pop. And I thought, okay, well, that works. No, Dave's saying no. You want to grab a navy then?
No. You said you started like you were going to go with something else.
No, I started with Petunia Pop, and then I thought,
Got it.
oh, I wanted something a little bit.
You meant you were going to put Petunia Pop where you have the Night of Navy.
No.
Got it.
No. Do you like it like this, or should
I
we have
do.
a different? Okay.
No, that's good.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I just misunderstood what you
That's
said.
okay. Yeah. Started with the Petunia Pop and thought, oh, well, actually, I started with this paper and thought, okay, I'm going to go with the Petunia Pop, and then kind of built it from there.
Gotcha.
Either I'm starting with color, I'm starting with, I want to make a fun scene, or I am starting with the designer series paper. It's just, hard to say what I'm going to start with. So I am going to tie a little bit of knot, which I could have tied ahead of time, but why? Just kidding. I'm going to pull that and tuck that under. Fortunately, it works with the way I did it, so it's all good. And I'm going to make a little bow here. I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension, and then I'm going to put on a couple embellishments. There always should be an embellishment, I think. Now I'm going to tie the bow over on this side because that's the darkest, and maybe it'll show up the best. Also, it's opposite. It's diagonal from the words, which I think visually that's a good place to put it. See if I can get a knot in here, and then I'll tie a bow. So what are you doing today? What is on your agenda today? I'm hoping it's going to be a nice day. I don't know.
Hopefully.
We'll see. Any idea if it's supposed to rain?
No idea.
No idea. Okay, this week, very funny. It was raining so hard, and at that very moment, our UPS man brought a rain barrel that Dave had bought for the refuge. All right. He bought a rain barrel, and the UPS man is drowning as he's coming up the driveway. He's like, I think you missed it by a day because it would have been perfect today. So anyway, that was very funny. Okay. Let's see if we can get this. Otherwise, I'm going to retie it. Just a simple little, that's fine. Yep.
Looks good.
I don't like it twisting. Oh, there we go. I know. It's all right. I'm going to turn it all the way over so it's more like that. Look at that. All right. Just snip those a little bit. And then inside, I'm just going to put put a piece of white. Nothing fancy there. I could have put actually a little strip of the, I'm just thinking what would have been fun is to put the piece that was outside of this. Do you know what I mean? That would have been fun to put.
Yep.
I die cut that out and put the rest of it here.
Yeah.
But I already cut it off, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to embellish this with some basic gray and smoky slate pearls, kind of going in the sympathy, maybe a little bit darker color scheme or colors. I'm going to use this one, like down here, and then, tired?
I am.
I'm sorry. Put two up. Put one there, and maybe a bigger one down here. Kind of like that. There we go. I think it's pretty. I think it's simple, clean, just a nice card.
I think it looks very nice.
Yeah, thanks. Do you have something for us?
I do.
I have another card, but go ahead.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, for everything you could ever possibly need in the way of stamping, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you're there, you can click and order Stampin' Up! Products like the ones we are featuring today. That's also where you can go and see where our upcoming events are, such as Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our next in-person event happening here in the Minnetonka studio. The July Card Cafe is on July 12th at 10 a.m. You get to come 10 to noon. You get to choose 5 designs, make 2 of each card, and walk away with 10 amazing cards. $2.50 a card. What a steal of a deal. We were just talking to someone who pays like $10 a card. So this is a steal of a deal. 10 until noon here in the Minnetonka studio. Register soon so that we know how many people are coming, because we want to make sure we have enough stuff for everyone. That's what I got.
Okay, and you're not going to want to miss it because last month I showed them what we're making and they were oohing and ahhing. So.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. All right, let's put this aside and grab my next one. I'm going to put my microphone back on because I got up to go get something. All right. This next one, much more detailed. So let me set that aside. I am going to start with thick white cardstock, the 11 by 4¼ That's my base. And then I embossed a piece of paper with the exposed brick. And then
nice.
oops, where'd my dies go? Where are they? Did you take? No, here they are. Of course you didn't take them.
Yeah,
And then I
snuck
die
over them.
cut. I know, right? And then I die cut out the arch with the next size bigger. And what I would do in the future, because then I went back and I ran it through the embosser again because it kind of flattened it when I die cut it with the arch, is I would die cut first and then do the 3D embossing folder. I think it'll stay much better.
Can you hold that all the way up to the camera so we can try to see the embossing?
Yeah.
A little higher. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I am using peach pie. And so again, just like the previous card, I skipped 2 to give a little bit of depth here, not just 1. So let's stick this one on first. And peach pie. I like this color very much. In fact, this week I had some amazing peaches. They're so good. I got them at Costco and they are still so delicious. All right, this one I am going to pop up a little bit and you're going to understand why. I'm not doing any shaker card, but I want to pop it up. So
this window looks just like a house I was looking at in Greece.
So Dave, go ahead, tell them, what is it that you get?
I get an email with cheap homes abroad. They're all less than $150,000. So this is a 2-bedroom house in Greece, 5 blocks from the ocean, in a very cute little town.
Yeah, but we're not going to get that. We haven't even been there, so we don't know. One thing though, somebody was telling me today is that they're on cheap airfare for Europe, and so there was a ticket for like $150 to go to Ireland.
Oh wow,
that was
I
the
would've done that.
discussion. I know. So you got to get on that one. That's the email you got to get on because that's actually feasible. You know what? Before I stick that on, I'm going to stamp. No, I think I'm not going to. I'll stamp after and make it. All right. So let's see if we can, now that I have all this stuff on the back, see if I can get that somewhat centered. I like raising it up because it gives it some depth.
Yep, for sure.
So it really looks more like a window looking in, if you can see that. Okay. What I am also going to use is, I didn't bring my stamp set over. Can you grab the Floral Impressions?
Sure.
Because that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to stamp, I'll show you some of the flowers. They're so pretty. Floral Impressions. So this is one of the flowers that I die cut out. And it's 2 dies. One of them is this little embossing and one is the outline. And it's, what did you say?
Impressions of Bloom.
Yes, Impressions of Bloom. Let's see. Yes, that one. So I die cut out some flowers. And what I'm saying is, so I die cut out this with this. This does not cut it. It just gives a little impression. Now you can use that one, or you could use this one. Either one. I look for the big gap and figure that's where the big gap is going to go, like that, probably. So either one, I used this one. And I did the same thing with the smaller one. So we're going to do a little bit of, oopsie, find my acrylic mat right here.
Silicone sheet?
Yep. How many times do you guys? Every time, I think. And I'm going to use some peach pie. You know, when I reach for it, I know I'm saying it wrong, which is just even worse. And we're going to put a little bit of color inside the flower. I really should have got the smaller one, but this is fine.
Friends are laughing at you.
I'm sure. It's okay. I don't mind. Okay, so just putting a little bit of that color on our flower. And this one, I'm just going to use the tip. Should have grabbed the smaller ones, but I did not. So we're going to use this and make it work. Look at that. That's really pretty. I like that one. And we'll do this one the same. And I'm going to make this one a little bit darker because those are darker. So let's
You
just
slide up just a bit.
yep.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm going to leave it like that. So then I have light on the outside and dark. Ooh, ooh, ah, so pretty. All right. So this flower is going
Slide up. Thank you.
to go here and here. I also cut out some green leaves. So I'm just going to build a little thing right here. And I think I am going to stamp up here right now so I don't mess up my flowers. And I'm going to stamp birthday wishes. And this is from the Simply Said stamp set. And I like it. Oh, must be somewhere else. I'll use a different one. That's okay. I was debating between two, so that's fine. In Sweet Jar, I thought this happy birthday was also fun. I think that one's ready for Card Cafe. So that's why it's not here, and that's okay. All right. So we're going to use this one, and I am going to stamp that in Calypso Coral because I'm going to be bringing in that color. I like to stamp words in a darker color. And you know what we can do with this? We can bend it because it is photopolymer. So you can actually bend it a little bit. It won't stay very long, but you can bend it. So you can stamp it. Oh, don't want that on there, that little edge. Let's get that off. One more time, a little stamp. No edges. Okay, so I can get that right in there. That's okay, I'm gonna go with it like that. Cute.
Cute,
Oh,
yeah.
happy birthday. Cute, yeah. That's a Hawaii thing. All right, so now let's go ahead. I'm gonna put on, let me grab all my little pieces here. I'm actually just gonna dump them out. Dump, there they are. Dump out all my little pieces because I did die cut out some of the flowers, these little flowers, which are right here. Need to get this on a magnet. But these little flowers, which I thought were kind of fun. So let's go ahead and make our little thing. I'm going to use my glue, this glue, the what is
Liquid
this
glue.
called? Liquid glue. What do I do without Dave? Really? He knows all the things. So let's use some liquid glue here. And I'm going to have it come in. I'm probably going to put a little dimensional behind that because otherwise I feel like it looks funny because it's not staying up. So, oopsie, that's okay. So let me grab a little bit of my strip and I'm going to put it on here. Really, I should get a commission on the strips. I'm sure I'm selling more of them because I always use them and I love using them. All right, so there's that. And when the glue won't stick, I like to take a block. Let's make sure I've got glue where it needs to be though. A little bit of glue on here. So I do see some underneath. And put some right at that corner. Right there. Okay. So when it to help it stick until it dries, I like to set a block on it. All right. So this flower, we're going to take our mat with all of our flowers, and we're going to take we can just even use our, take your
Bone
pick.
folder.
You can use your bone folder. You're just going to push in the middle just to kind of get it to pop up a little bit and have a little bit more dimension. Okay, I'm going to put a big one right here, and then I'm going to
Up
put,
just a little bit, please.
goodness, and then I'm going to put the smaller ones up above. I'm just going to use the same glue here. I think I need to get a different one. This one is running out. There we go. I'm probably going to use the other
Do you
adhesive.
need one now?
I think so. Thanks. I'm actually going to pull this up a little bit because it that little stem is showing below it, and I don't want to see the stem. There we go. We'll stick that there. I'm going to use a glue dot on these because you know what? It actually does stick better. The glue is great for some things, but I feel like it's not, maybe not the best for this because it doesn't stay that well right away. It doesn't dry right away. So we'll try. Thank you, dear. Oh yeah, this one's much heavier. So stick in just some flowers there. And then I do have some other leaves. So we're going to pop some of those in, just in different places. Get that off there. All right, so we'll just put some of the leaves in. like just tuck some in like here, kind of under that one. Remember that one I used a glue dot on, so it's not coming off. Okay, I did 2 different things with the leaves that I want to show you. One is, I'm laughing because Dave's yawning again. This open die with this little piece right here. This little piece just inside like that. And it just gives it the veins of the leaf. But the other one, I die cut out of this one. So I don't know that it doesn't really make a big difference. I just wanted to use multiple dies so I could cut it a little bit quicker. Yeah. So these are the ones with the little die. And that's the one with the vein. Can you see that? If I stop moving, maybe. Kinda. And this is soft seafoam. Is our color here. So we'll stick it like that. Isn't that pretty? I think that looks pretty. And then we are going to take this little guy.
We've had one ooh and one ah.
And we're going to pop that. There's our Calypso coral coming into play. And in here, I was debating on putting that in there. I don't think I'm going to. But I am going to add a few of these little flowers because they're sweet. I cut out 6 of them.
They are small.
They are little. I cut out 6 of them. So 2 sets of, it looks like I have more than that. Anyway, I have several of them. I'll stick one under here. Thinking of odd numbers, I want to do 5, 3 or 5, and I already have 3. So, and I want something over on this side. So I'm going to add one there.
Honestly, I have so many things going on. I don't think you really notice 3 or 5, but.
Oh, well, and I'm going to put one more over here. Or maybe just right there. Kind of makes a line. I didn't want a line. There we go. That's fine though. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
I'm not done with the outside yet because I want to use, I'm going to put this inside some of our flowers here. Like I said, the first card was a little bit simple. And then this one is, I think it's kind of over the top, honestly. What's that? Not. These are the rainbow adhesive back dies. I was thinking it was the in color, but it's not. But they are oh so close. We'll do that. Oopsie, that one's coming off. Put one there, and one big one in the middle of the big one. There we go. All right. So there. Oh, I could have used a different color. That's okay. There is the outside. Now, this is definitely a butt wait because I'm going to add something really fantastic on the inside. But isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
I think it's really pretty too. I feel like
More
it needs
oohs
something
and
over
ahs.
here, but it does not need anything else. What?
Me too. I was looking at that space.
Can I put a flower over there? That's kind of weird.
No.
How about a leaf? I don't know. I feel like over here it needs something and I'm not sure what that is. If you think of it, Dave, let me know.
I'll work on it.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Is there another?
Let's see the dies.
The dies are just these.
Oh, not those dies.
There you go.
With the flowers.
Oops. Okay. Now we're going to do something inside because I'm kind of into these pop-up little pop-ups. So we're going to do a pop-up inside. So I cut this. Actually, I just grabbed a scrap. I didn't even cut it. So this scrap is just over 1.5. And then it is 6 inches. 5.5, excuse me, 5.5. It doesn't really matter. I did one 1x4, and the 1x4 is just not going to, it's only going to stick out 1 inch, right? So then I folded it and I folded it. Okay, that's it. It was 6 inches, and I'll show you why I ended up making it a little bit bigger. Or a little bit, I cut off this one end. Can you see that? So one end is a tiny bit shorter than the other end. And I did that sort of as a last minute, or after I was holding it there, I thought, oh, I think I kind of want to change that. So the way you do is you put adhesive on that piece. I'm going to put that right in the middle. Doesn't really have to be in the middle. It could be on the side, but I'm going to put it in the middle, just that one square. That is going to fold that way. And this, if it were a full piece, it would sit up like that, which is cute, but it's pretty straight up. So I thought if I cut this a little bit, it's going to help the back part angle up a little bit. So I'm going to go right to the fold and stick that on there because that's going to give me a little bit more of an angle here. You see that? So that was just kind of a fun little thing I did. I'm not using that one actually, but I am going to use this one. And then we're going to put something on it. So pretty fun, pretty fun. All right, so this one's going to go inside. How fun when you have a little pop-up, right? It's so fun. All right, I'm using one, well, I maybe should have done a small flower, but I'm using one big flower, one big one like this. Okay, so I die cut this out. This is a very tiny piece of soft seafoam. The set comes with this one and it comes with a it comes with a twofer, but I just want to do one. I don't really want to do two. Actually, we could do three of the smaller ones. I think I'll just do the one. I think that'll look cute. The smaller ones might be a little bit too small. So I'm going to bend this. My flower is here. So I'm going to put that there. I'm kind of going to bend it. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just on the back of that tiny bit. And I'm just going to, it's such a skinny piece of paper that I think I can bend it a little bit like that. And put my block on it. All right, let's go ahead and take the acrylic sheet and go ahead. What? Oh gosh, silicone sheet. I got half of it. And go ahead. Oops, something fell off from the front. Where's my card? I'll put that back on. This little piece fell off. Here it is. Let's stick that back on. That's the danger of using just glue instead of a glue dot. Now my hands are sticky. Okay, stay. Oopsie. Okay, my little flower fell off too. So let's go ahead and stick that back on down here. There we go. Dave's working on something for this side. Okay, so I'm going to use my little blending brush and I'm going to blend just this part right here again. I just think that's really pretty. And especially with the way the inside has the ridges, it kind of picks up more of that color. Maybe this one we want to do more of the whole thing. I'm going to see if we get it the whole thing a little bit. There we go. Get that side just a little bit more. All right, and this one is going on here. We're going to trim off this little piece. Keep that. And have it land right in our dye. Our ink rather. All right, this one we're going to pop up. I'm going to grab a little bit more right there. Pop this one up, of course. And I have so many mini dimensionals. I just have to use them. I really don't use them very often, but somehow I ordered a few too many, so just got to use them. It's like the opposite. To me, the minis are the complete opposite of the strips because they take a little bit more time, but they are good for some things, right? They're good for those minis. Oh, I did not make this any, I'll just bend it, make it up, pop up a little bit. All right, I'm going to look and see. I think I'm going to do this big, either this one or that one. So I'm going to do this big piece right here, like that. And then again, I just have a couple leaves. I did cut this if I wanted it. I could use that on the other one, depending on what Dave comes back with. We'll see. But I'm going to use a glue dot. You know what? Because that is just going to hold it right in place instead of the other glue. So let's go ahead and pop that on. Just a little leaf. Maybe we just want one. I don't know. Kind of cute like that. Because inside, I thought, how fun would it be to stamp? Let's see, we've got happy birthday. Sending a little party, a little love. Look, I was thinking of let's celebrate. It feels a little big for the inside though now. Unless I did 2 words, which I really don't. I'm not going to do that. But we could do, is there anything here we can do? Sending a little love your way. We could do that. All right, so let's get your sending a little love. Look, love and sending, that's sweetness, treat for you. Where's our other one? Here it is. Oh, that's right. This stamp, it's kind of fun because it leaves a gap for that word. I had forgotten that. So this one is sending a little blank your way. So right here, I thought that was 2 stamps, but that's actually just 1 stamp with a little gap in it, which is pretty fun. I'm going to use the Calypso Coral and make it darker. So sending a little blank your way. Cute. And then let's go ahead and stick on the love. Sending a little love. That's right. And that'll fit right in there because that's where it came from. So sending a little love your way. Oh, is that ever great? Totally forgot that, but that's really fun. Okay, obviously we need the middle here. And so I have die cut the bigger circle. There's 2 circles in our, can I have that stamp set back? Or are you still using it?
Oh.
That's okay. I don't need it. There's 2 circles. One is this size and one is a little bit smaller. Here's the smaller one. There's also, again, that little impression. I'm going to hold it really high. I'm going to hold it really still and see if I can focus on it. Well, it has a little impression in it, which is kind of fun. Oh, look, I'm going to use a mini dimensional. See? And that's why I have them. Not that one, though. Let's grab another one here.
I have some liquid glue.
You may. Here you go, sweetie. Should I ask what he's sticking on or just trust it?
Just trust it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's stick this on. Because I was thinking about this could go on that side.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That
could, but he has something else in mind. I thought I stuck this on, and I did not. So let's get this one stuck on with a little glue dot. And then we'll go ahead and stick on the next layer like that. Look how cute that is. Isn't that fun? All right. This card would make me, I just noticed I have another little flower inside, but we're not going to use that, although it could go there, but we're not going to. I think in the middle, we could let that be. All right. So I need our card back, and we're going to put adhesive, and we're going to stick this in. So this is a little piece that pops up, which is so fun. Dave's just fixing something, so we'll let him finish that. Very nice. Why don't you hand it to me and I can stick that in the middle? Or you want ooh and ah?
Almost there.
Okay, almost there. Anyway, can you see the little dimension on that? I don't know how to show you. I don't think so. On the little center. It's kind of fun that there's different things we can do here. All right. Ooh, ah. Oh, I folded it too. Nope, you're fine. I went all the way down and, is that right? Yes, okay. Just need to fold that flat. Might be falling off. No, it's good. I just think it needs something in the middle. So we will put, do you have anything or you want me to do?
I don't.
Okay, we will put.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, the yellow is a little too yellow, but these are the in colors. That's what I was looking for before, but I'm wondering about. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one because I think that shows up a little bit better than.
Slide up just a bit, please.
Oof. There we go. I'm going to do that one on there. That's a little bit lighter. I don't know if you noticed, Dave did put a stem in there. There it is. I'm going to move this leaf on the other side here.
I was debating.
There we go. That does look really pretty, Dave. I like it. Oops. Really like that. That would be fun to do even a double layer.
Yep.
Because that would come out so nice. Okay. So this is going to get glue adhesive on here because that's where our little thing is going to stick. And I am just going to put it all on that and go all the way flat, flush to the bottom. And I'm going to close it up, push it down.
Slide it up a little bit.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Maybe I need a little square to stay within. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it depends on how zoomed in I am.
There's a couple of flowers here I don't like, but I think I might. Anyway, I'm going to put one
it
more.
Looks good.
Okay. So happy birthday. And then when you open it, you have this sending a little love your way.
Very
How
fun.
fun is that?
Lots of oohs and ahs.
How fun is that? So, yes, I thought that was just like a super fun card to do. Yeah, really fun. We don't even need anything else here. It's just so cute. So there we go. There's that. That's a lot more than the first one for sure, and a lot more die cutting, but the first one is lovely. It is very pretty. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella on the trees right here, which I know sometimes you can't see, but I'm going to add some Wink of Stella here just to give it a little bit of pop, maybe a little pop. Okay, let me show you one other card using these, and this one was designed by Amy Rich, and we made it at Stampin' Into Summer. Some of you may have made it. It's using the Boho Vibes stamp set and designer series paper. Look at all, there's a lot of die cut here. It's really cute. It's really, really cute. And then when you open it, there's more inside, which is so very fun. This piece is the one that came out of here. So that is kind of that's cool. So anyway, there we go, using our everyday arches. Everyday arches. Isn't that fun? I think it's really fun. I was very excited about that. All right. I hope you have a great Saturday. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. It's going to be 4th of July pretty soon. That's crazy. That means June's already over. Anyway, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. So happy stamping, friends.